February 2020, planetary transits for Leo and Leo rising. This is an equal house chart set up for 0 degrees Leo on the ascendant, Eastern Standard Time, New York. We begin February 1st, 2020, with 3 planets in Capricorn in the 6th house sector. Jupiter at 13 degrees, Saturn at 25 degrees, and Pluto at 23 degrees of Capricorn. The Sun is placed in the 7th house at 11 degrees of Aquarius, along with the planet Mercury at 26 degrees. In the 5th house, we have the planet Mars at 19 degrees of Sagittarius. Venus is placed at 22 degrees of Pisces in the 8th house sector, along with the planet Neptune at 17 degrees. Uranus is at 2 degrees of Taurus in the 10th house, in conjunction with the Moon, also at 2 degrees. On February 16th, the planet Mercury will turn retrograde at 12 degrees of Pisces, 53 minutes. Overview. February of 2020 is characterized by a predominance of planetary sextile aspects in space, specifically the 60-degree angle. This harmonious energy favors all levels of communication and relationships with those in your day-to-day environment. If you work to improve those relationships, new opportunities may be presented to you. On February 1st or 2nd, depending on your location, Venus sextile Pluto between houses 8 and 6 could bring the opportunity to heal any disharmony that has recently developed with a coworker. It could also bring solutions to any health concerns you may be having. February 3rd brings a Venus sextile Saturn energy between houses 8 and 6, favoring business and work relationships. Opportunities to increase your clientele may be presented. Over the first 3 days of February, a great deal of work may be accomplished and a strong foundation laid in your work relationships due to the good communication and problem-solving vibration of the 60-degree planetary angle. Take advantage of it. On February 3rd, the planet Mercury moves into Pisces and the 8th house sector. Mercury sextile Uranus on February 5th between houses 8 and 10 favors meetings with your superiors to debate implementing new innovative progressive ideas for business expansion. Allow the genius of the planet Uranus to chart new territory. On February 7th, Venus enters the sign of Aries and moves into the 9th house sector. February 9th brings the full moon, 2:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 20 degrees of Leo in opposition to the Sun at 20 degrees of Aquarius, spanning houses 1 and 7, highlighting the differences between your needs and preferences versus the demands of a partner. If any conflict arises on February 8th or 9th concerning these issues, the trine from Mars will help to smooth over the tensions and find solutions, making this an easier full moon to navigate than usual. On February 16th, Mars enters Capricorn and moves into the 6th house sector. Also, the planet Mercury turns retrograde at 12 degrees of Pisces, 53 minutes in the 8th house. On February 18th at 11:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Sun enters Pisces and moves into the 8th house. Jupiter makes a sextile aspect to Neptune on February 20th between houses 6 and 8. This is a spiritual and idealistic influence that can motivate you to help others who are less fortunate. On another level, this energy could bring a relationship opportunity with someone you met through your work. Another manifestation of this beneficial vibration is to draw into your life a spiritual teacher who helps to expand your understanding. Since the eighth is a financial house, benefits through inheritance, investments, or increased clientele may occur. Mars trine Uranus on February 21st between houses 6 and 10 is a high energy career vibration, excellent for making a presentation before the public or advertising the work you do. Take a break from the usual work routine and do something different and creative to showcase your talents. Under Uranus, opportunity arises off the beaten track. February 23rd brings the new moon at 4 degrees of Pisces, 10:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the 8th house, highlighting joint finances, the assets of other people, both psychological and financial, investments, legacies, and intimate relationships over the month ahead. This new moon makes a sextile aspect to Mars in the 6th and Uranus in the 10th, bringing opportunities in your career for an increase in clientele. Reach out over the next 4 weeks for what you want to see happen in these life areas. Also on February 23rd, under Venus square Jupiter between houses 9 and 6, take a break from the grind and do something that makes you feel free. On another level, Jupiter's tendency to go overboard and be self-indulgent could see you overspending or overeating and then regretting it later. With a little restraint, this energy can bring an emotional healing, an optimistic frame of mind, and a day of feeling good in the presence of others. Sun sextile Mars will be in effect on February 24th between houses 8 and 6. This planetary combination bestows an energetic drive and gives you the ability to get a great deal of work done. It also brings the opportunity to make a favorable impression on others, either in your personal life or for business purposes. February 25th brings Mercury conjunct the Sun in the 8th house. Perfect for getting through a backlog of paperwork, phone calls, and emails. This energy stimulates your ability to learn and comprehend. Excellent for those engaged in writing and studying. On another level, having a heart-to-heart talk with an intimate partner, ironing out differences, and coming to an agreement is also favored. Under Venus square Pluto on February 28th, between houses 9 and 6, avoid power struggles with partners, both business and personal. They may present you with changes that you have no desire to accommodate, or vice versa. Flexibility is required today in all your relationships.